committed to SMU at one point, TCU, now back at SMU. How did this kind of full circle feeling, how was day one?
I mean, it was good. Good to be out, compete. Just being out there, it was something special being back in the city. Really no answer, no justice. Like, it just felt good.
Mm-hmm.
What was the process like when you decided to enter the portal, and how obviously SMU was on you quick, I'm sure. What were you looking for when you went to the portal?
I was looking for somewhere close, somewhere that I felt like they really mess with me and really could benefit me in the outcome in the long run. So really, it was a no-brainer that SMU was in a run for where I was going, but it was just like really like who cared the most and who gave that in a recruiting process when I entered the portal.
What's it like? You entered a wide receiver room with a lot of talented guys.
Yeah.
What's it like kind of going into that room and kind of competing friendly, but also know you're competing for targets too?
I mean, it always feels good to compete. I mean, you got to be a competitor in this sport. I mean, you either gonna win or you gonna lose. I mean, and my outcome is to try to win, be the most dominant physical receiver that I can most possibly be.
What's it been like working with Coach Likens? What's some of the feedback you've gotten about your game and kind of what you're focused on in fall camp now?
Really, most of the feedback that I got from Likens is really hand-eye coordination, working on the details, the small things. I think most receiver coaches work on like the drills and the big stuff, and he really works on the small stuff, the details, like getting upfield, tucking the ball, like just really the small things, and I really appreciate him for that.
You obviously had a standout high school career and then got a chance to play as a true freshman and, for a team that ended up going to the national championship. How much confidence did last year give you just being able to get on the field there?
I mean, it gave me a lot of confidence, being able to get in those big situations and provide and help my team. I just feel like now I'm ready for a bigger role and ready to just give that Jordan Hudson that everybody's been waiting for.
You and Kyron come over. How close are you guys, and what are some of the battles like that you guys have had, over the past year already?
At TCU, we used to get it, but right now he moved to safety a little bit, so it's like a friendly rivalry. But I mean, that's my guy. I mean, we grew up together, went to middle school together, so that's definitely my brother, and he should have a great season also.
I know you played with a guy that was drafted in the NFL. Obviously, SMU's had a nice little run of receivers going to the NFL. What does that mean to you to try and be one of those next guys up?
I mean, right now I'm just focused on the season, not really focused on the NFL right now. I'm just putting my head down and grinding, trying to get the starting spot. But it was definitely awesome playing with Quinn and those other guys, Didi. But they definitely led the way. Those guys were definitely leaders, and they showed me the way. So now I feel like I can play a bigger role and step up to the plate.
How many relationships did you already have before you got here on this team? It feels like you probably know a lot of people.
Yeah. No, I definitely played with a lot of these guys growing up throughout 7-on-7, middle school, like all type of different sports. And it feels good to know that I got people that I can trust and I have played with before to go to battle with.
Did you know much of Preston before you got here?
Yeah, he recruited me the first time a little bit, but I actually used to play for a YU team and like out that way, and we practiced at Parish, so I got to know Preston a little bit that way too.
How much? Is there much catch-up that you have to do as far as building that chemistry with Preston and since you weren't here for the spring?
I mean, really just going out, catching balls, being there when he need me, when he needs to throw, with his trainer, when he with his trainer, just be there and let him know that you're available. So when we in the game of play, it'll be natural to him to come to me.
Have you thought about what it's going to be like to go back to TCU and play them?
I've been dreaming about it. Can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
For you, what would you say is your strength as a receiver? I know like Rasheed was big on 50-50 balls and route running. Like what do you feel is your strength out there?
I'm just a physical receiver. Like I just want 50-50 balls. I mean, it ain't really 50-50 to me. It's 70 whatever. But yeah, I feel confident about all my abilities. I feel like I can run routes. I got strong hands. I can get open. I just feel like I'm the quarterback's best friend when on the field.
You kind of mentioned trying to get to that starting spot. Do you kind of come in with a chip on your shoulder a little bit?
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like last year at TCU I had the opportunity, but I mean it was what it was, and now I just more hungrier than ever. But that's definitely hungry with a chip on my shoulder for sure.
You were obviously just on a team that went to a national championship.
Yeah.
One of the themes about this team is, hey, they look the part of a team that could compete.
Yeah.
What do you see from just a potential standpoint with this team?
I mean, we got all the attributes we need. I mean, the D line, the corners, from the safeties to everybody. We just need to just keep grinding, stacking days on days, and stay uncommon. That's our motto for the year. Is stay uncommon. We got a lot of uncommon people and players on this team, and a lot of coaches that's uncommon. And I just feel like if we put it all together, we can go on that run.
Is that motivating? Like, because some people might think, oh, hey, you have talent, you'll rest on it. But
Yeah.
maybe inverse is that, hey, we have the potential, so it's motivating to put in the work.
Nah, yeah, it's definitely motivating. You can see it on everybody's faces. I mean, the whole team is hungry. Everybody got a chip on their shoulder. I mean, we got a lot of dogs that's ready to compete.
How much have you kind of picked up from a guy like Jordan Curley, who's going into that last year that wants to win that championship and also kind of put it all together for the league? What have you taken from him so far?
Really just being a leader, being on time, staying after practice, catch extra balls, like stuff like that. Just a little stuff that he brings to the table and he could help me with.
Overall, what's the team leadership like with this group? We were just talking to Jonathan, and there's a large group that Coach Grizz leans on. Just what is that group like, and how much does the team kind of lead itself right now?
I mean, can you ask that question again?
What's the team leadership like overall, and just how many leaders on this team are there?
Nah, I mean it's a handful of leaders. A lot of guys that step up to the plate and know their role, and it's a lot of guys that don't step up to the plate and know their role. Also, that know that okay, you're a second string player, like be the best second string player in the country, like stuff like that. I mean, I feel like this team, we on the road to greatness.
What's it going to feel like to be back in Dallas and playing that first game when y'all do kick off? And how many ticket requests do you probably already have? I know you weren't far, but
yeah, I don't know exactly how many ticket requests, but I know I'm gonna have to buy some tickets for sure. I got a big family. I mean, but it's gonna feel good to be back at home, playing back in a stadium. I mean, my last time I was here, it was awesome. I actually played against Kevin. They beat us, but I mean, we had a fun time. It was awesome.